Alright, so here we are months later, finally gonna do the Silver Ridge Peaks missions, and I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I wanted to wait till like console got it and could kind of do the missions for themselves if they didn't want anything spoiled, and just, you know, there were some issues with them being fixed, but I figure we'll try it today and see what happens. But this first one is to just go down to this outpost here, so should be fairly simple if I can click the button.
The supplies should be laid out, ready for you to pick them up. We need at least 6 water bottles, a couple of cans of peaches or whatever we've got there. And there should be a stack of flyers. Grab them too.
Now, since we're just starting off, if you guys want to let me know, is the audio of him talking actually good, like the dialogue audio? Oh, nice bottom boy, no worries, dude. Sounds good. Silver Moon's in here, Kyla's in here. How you guys doing? Alright, let's pick up this stuff.
Fantastic. The tower isn't too far to go from here.
And we're going to a tower. This way. Alright, I don't know, I probably need to turn on this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that should make life a little easier, and there was a turkey calling down here. So the point of doing missions, for one, is just to kind of see what the story is and enjoy that little experience. But the other thing is, I like to be led around in areas that I don't necessarily normally go, and kind of see what that does for us if we find anything cool. You know, just hunting sort of as we go along in the areas that I maybe overlook, so I want to pay attention when there's, you know, stuff going and all that. Sounds good, Graham. No worries, dude. Got 5 yesterday. Nice. Did I forget to switch him? Not. I got Nightbot switched around, I think. Could turn it up, but it's okay. We'll do one more then. As far as I can tell, like, the audio peaks, he's a good bit lower than me, which is kind of good, because if I need to talk over him, like, you know, I'll be able to. There's our diamond. Holy. I'm doing good, Silver. How about you? Going out, I will shoot you a big mail. Sounds good, dude. If you shoot a big mail, post it in Discord. Do I like Pop-Tarts? To be honest with you, I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a very long time. I'm not even sure. I mean, yeah, Pop-Tarts are good. I don't know. Not my favorite thing. This is actually quite an enjoyable mission pack. I've been told they're pretty good. I don't know if we're going to do them all in 2 hours. I kind of hope to. But we'll see. Mukau, thanks for the super chat, man. Always appreciated. Is Nightbot just refusing to work? Audio's great. Also, I hope you shoot a big mail. Well, thank you, man. Alright. Well, we're running up here. Go knock on Nightbot's door and see what he's doing. Did I, like, log in and then not have him join the channel? Because that could have been a thing. No, it says he's in the channel. I don't know why. He's just failing us. If he doesn't show up in a little bit, I'll have him leave and rejoin. What's going on? Can't hit nothing. Got my deer last night for the last day of youth and it lasted 30 minutes. Sounds like it went pretty well then. Have I ever shot cottontails? Not in the real life, so I have not. Does Silver Ridge Peaks have mission animals? I'm not aware of any, like, you know, diamonds or rares or anything like that. There may be, like, a sick one. I really don't know. I don't know any of this mission structure. But as far as I'm aware, there's nothing, like, super special that we'd put in the trophy lodge or anything like that. Will I eat a Pop-Tart on stream if you tier 2 sub? I don't think I'm going to set the precedent of eating things on stream. It's probably not something we need to get into. Your missions for Silver Ridge are glitched. I'm a little worried about that. That is definitely something that could happen. If it happens today, I guess we'll switch over and just hunt around and see what we can find. But I know some people said, like, restarting their game fixed things, and if we get it, we'll try to work our way around it. I know there have been, like, several fixes.
There's hopefully a free shelf inside, somewhere you can stash the supplies. Oh, you should hang on to a couple of the flyers, though.
If you say so. Did them in about 2.5, but I got distracted at one point tracking level 5 bison. I mean, I'm kind of hoping more for that outcome than completing the missions quickly, but good to know kind of what could happen. If it takes us 2.5, we'll just do the entire set of them here. Graham with the super chat, send me your big male luck on this hunt this evening. Alright, I'll transfer it your way, man. Hope you get some. If you get some good ones. I don't know if you posted a picture of like the 5, if you had a picture of them, but would like to see that in Discord somewhere. Alright.
Fantastic. That tower should have everything it needs now. How's the view from up there?
Fantastic, except I don't see any diamonds.
I'm grateful for your help with the supplies. I can't wait to hear your Silver Ridge hunting stories. Things have been quiet here recently. But with a hunter of your caliber on the reserve, we're gonna show folks that this is still the best place in the Rockies to hunt. Plus, you're not the only one working with us. We were able to convince Remy Warren to visit, and he's been logging his solo hunts out here for a week or so. He's got a pretty decent following online, so hopefully he's impressed with the reserve.
Hopefully you give us another mission.
Using social media to promote the reserve, the board were a little hesitant. But they're giving us a chance to try something new, and I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Me too. I'm gonna read that super chat before he starts talking from Cycle. Hope they work for you, kiddo. Call the wild features and all. I feel it, man. Can be an issue.
There are people who come out here just to visit the lake. I'm fine with people standing on the shore, but until we know exactly what's going on, we need to keep people out of it.
I hope I accidentally chose the right
so
lake.
We can pin them to our bulletin boards. There's a trail that leads straight to the lake, so I'd like you to pin up one of these flyers at the trailhead. The flyers cover the basics, heavy metals, mining waste, and why to avoid diving in. It's not much, but until we know more, it's all we have.
That was a nice one.
And it's always pulled in visitors. It still looks the same as it ever did. Maybe even better, now that it's calm and peaceful.
I hit the tree.
I can't look at it without seeing what it did to my dad. Or what it's doing to the reserve.
Was afraid of that.
We have one contaminated lake and assume that the reserve isn't worth visiting anymore. So far, the local wildlife seems okay. But our bookings for visitors, and especially hunters, have dried up.
He is very talkative.
I have a few contingency plans that I want to try out. I'm a little nervous, though, as our board can be a little conservative. And if my ideas don't involve pulling in hunters, it can be really tricky to get them on board. It was easier to convince the board to invite yourself and Remy into the reserve, given that you're both hunters with good reputations. I'm glad you said yes.
Is this an old stream? This is not an old stream. I just have not done the missions on this map yet. Mission Mania lately, I've been enjoying them, dude. Kind of just waiting on True Access Tier to eventually happen. Is that big male that we missed out on going to come back? I think that might be him right there. See if we can fix that. Slow down, dude. Are you serious? I was trying to guess, but there might be a gap in the trees. Alright, that's going real well. Maybe if he runs like across there, is it really worth it at this point? Guy talks as much as the old people at my gym. I feel it. He is very, very talkative. Alright, are we doing anything? Oh, we got a post on here.
One down, one to go.
Oh.
Keep following the trail to the lake.
Well, had I known I was supposed to go that way, I'd have just gone over there where the pronghorn were. They're all pretty wordy. That'll be alright then. I'll just try to make sure I get to read chat in between doing missions and all that. Didn't realize Remy was playing Remy. Yeah, I think he does. Do a whitetail hotspots video. I do have some whitetail videos out there. I know things have changed with the whitetail a bit lately, so I'm not sure they're, 100% accurate at this point, but I think some of the spots are definitely still pretty good. Can we get, like, something after all this gone on here? Not easily, we can't. Okay. Cannon, thanks for the super chat, man. Shot a gold leucistic turkey. I actually like the leucistics a lot. Like the gray fan with the white body. Looks pretty cool. I like it. How's hunting season going? I will reveal no further information than I went in the morning and the evening on Saturday. I don't want to spoil any of the potential videos that come out of this year's hunting season, so I shall not say. Should use cap... Whoa. How did I even exit that? I didn't mean to. Okay. Well then, should use caps to tell people not to use caps. I feel like that's how you, kind of lose authority.
That the lake was dangerous?
Yes. Shut up. Shot my first deer yesterday with my compound bow, scored 147. Dude, that's a heck of a first deer. Good work. You think they should add dove hunting to this game? I think it would be an interesting thing for them to add. It's kind of different than anything else in the game. If they sort of add like a migratory sort of effect. Because if they did it like geese and ducks, it wouldn't be nearly as good. That didn't work so well. I'm only running with the 7mm today, and I wanted to just instant drop that, but that did not work.
We might not be able to monitor the lake 24/7, but at least now people have been warned. Thanks for taking care of that.
Yep.
It's such a strange feeling to be publicizing the very issue that is hurting us at the moment. I know it's the responsible thing to do, but it still feels slightly like self-sabotage. Our summer season has already started, and normally this whole area would be covered with hikers. I've only seen a handful of people in the reserve recently. I'm sure that things will pick up eventually, but every day I'm reminded that my dad was the major driving force behind this place. It's just bad timing, I suppose. Some other
Really?
issues with one of the board members, but that's in the past. The best thing to do is to keep pushing forward. I've got some big plans to help turn things around.
Chang, thanks for the super chat, man.
Who knows?
Literally cannot
Maybe we'll have this place
catch a
in full
break right
strip
now.
By the time my dad gets back in the saddle.
Do you think we need that command, Kyla? We can maybe do that. Remind me and I'll maybe see if I can add that. That elk turned away right as we shot.
I suppose work and family are the same thing for me, you know? I've been watching my dad do this job since I was a kid. Let's change the subject, shall we? I've got a job that I'd like you to take care of. The big plans I mentioned before. One of these plans is a little passion project of mine. We're gonna need some gear. Repelling gear, actually. I have stashed a few bags at one of the nearby outposts, and I'd like you to head over there and pick them up.
I wonder what the chances are that it's this one.
I've been doing adventure sports for about 10
Oh.
years or so now. It started with bouldering and rock climbing while I was on a high school trip. The gear is in here. I packed it into a couple of backpacks. It shouldn't be too heavy. Last year, I got an accreditation as an instructor, and I was planning on teaching classes. When my dad got ill, I put it on the back burner. But now, I think we have a good opportunity to commit to it. You
Does
got
it
everything?
say reach the
There's a
cliff?
rock face nearby that Sammy can use to teach her beginners. Unfortunately,
But where?
I'm a little too busy to teach classes just now. But one of my base jumping friends, Sammy, took the same course as me, so she's gonna lead the class instead.
Just tell me where to
If I remember
go.
correctly, you also have some mountain climbing experience. I get it. Those mountain goats aren't easy to catch. There's some good anchoring points at the top of the rock face. If you
Where?
can get those ropes nice and secure, it'll save Sammy some time and help the class.
Tell me where so I can get going in that direction. Thank you. Goodness. Yeah, we're not going to be any faster to fast travel to that tent. Danny, thanks for the super chat, man. Day 32 of waiting for a sword or wrench. School closed due to COVID cases. Semi-high risk for infection because my mom is a TA and worky with an infected kid. Works, probably, with an infected kid. Yeah, stay safe, man. Doesn't sound, ideal at all. What's going on, Fro? How you doing, man? Would you consider it a real challenge if you had to hunt a fox while prone? I don't see why that would be, necessarily. Unless I have to stay prone for, like, the entirety, like, leaving the lodge until I kill a fox. But even still, there's areas where you can do that, you know, pretty easily. Are dark pronghorn rare? I haven't seen one, but then again, I haven't been paying attention much. Nah, they're just a little uncommon for variation. He gives you 2 backpacks, yeah, and whatever else that was, and says it shouldn't be too heavy. There is kind of a lot there. Who in the world just disliked this? There's a good quality and amazing... This is good quality and amazing YouTuber. It was that elk for me hitting it poorly. Don't worry. Have I heard anything about the devs doing more great ones? So far, no. I've not heard anything about it. There seems to be quite a consensus within the community that there's something going on with like the whitetails, the great ones specifically, so I imagine they're gonna try to like get that solved first. But who knows? You know how to get money very quickly? I would go goose hunting if I were you. You can make a ton. Do you have a 200-inch whitetail on Classic? I wish. My best is 199.251, and I know it down to the decimal because it was that upsetting. Hey, Hunter Man. Would you can? Oh, okay.
I've wanted to start an extreme sports group here for a long time, but the old chairman of the board pushed back against anything that wasn't hunting.
What is stopping us?
Though. The patriarch of the Simkins electronics empire. He even forced his vegan animal rights activist son Timothy to come with him on hunting trips to Africa. Accused the activist of brainwashing his son. The family reputation around here dropped quite dramatically when my dad caught Timothy drinking and dealing drugs inside the reserve. Simkins actually used his power on the board to keep my dad quiet. But the next time my dad caught Tim in the reserve, he wasn't just dealing drugs. He had been poaching.
So he went from animal rights activist to poacher?
Simkins Sr. Of course, he was furious. Tried to get my dad fired, actually. But all credit to the board. They stuck with my old man.
Oh, nice, bro.
All these changes I want to make will hopefully account for the loss of the Simkins' money and influence. This is just the start, too. I'm proposing snowboarding and extreme skiing for the winter. I've got some friends who I'd love to invite over to shoot some videos. Could be fun, don't you think?
Maybe.
Anyway.
Hey, Brooke.
If the rappelling goes well and makes a little money, I think the old folks on the board will start to come around.
You are quite the talkative son of a gun. Okay, I was gonna read something there. I don't even know what. I'm not sure, but I can read that. Tanner, thanks for the super chat, man. Going back to high school on Wednesday, what did I miss? Not much. Me failing to shoot, mostly.
I doubt I could have done a better job myself. Don't let the ropes down. We don't need them getting all tangled up. I really appreciate your help with this one. It's been an uphill battle to get to this point, and I'm disappointed that I can't be there to run the classes myself. If I'm being honest, I have a lot invested in the classes going well. There's still some people on the board who are friends with the old chairman, and it seems pretty clear that they don't like me proposing new ideas. Anyway, I'll let Sammy know that we're good to go. I trust her to take care of it.
This almost sounds like a quick transition to the next mission. Except it doesn't tell us what to do, so he's probably gonna have to talk for a little while. Did Nightbot ever start working? Because if it didn't, while he's talking, I can go fix it. Just smoked an albino mythical wolf? Nice, dude.
Hey, so listen.
Alright.
There might be a situation going on at the moment, and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established,
is that
we
this?
took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him. Can you head over to the mine and see what's going on? He's allowed to hike and camp there, but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself.
Nightbot's working? Okay, good. Mine is not where I thought it was, but pretty quick little jump up there. So I've not even been to that little area where apparently the mine is. I do know, because it's kind of early morning, there should be some maybe bighorn hanging out around here. There's been a max weight track, actually. It's somewhere, like, up in this area. And I've never actually seen the animal. I just get his tracks, and then, like, I've always just reset the time right before I pick up the tracks, and they disappear. So If we see him, that would be nice. This is where the game dies. I've heard this mission does cause some issues, so hopefully it's going to go smoothly. In what way am I supposed to be careful? Do you guys know? Alright, later, Brooke. Make sure you pick up all 3 cameras, okay? Can try to do that. See, this is why it's best to do it on stream, because I don't know what I need to do, but apparently a lot of you guys know what's ahead here. Again, part of the reason I waited to hopefully have these sort of issues fixed, but it happens. Let's see if we can do better here. See if I can have them spotted to have a chance of doing better. The only reason I played that map is because of the diversity of animals. The animals on this map are definitely good. Not a hard shot, but pretty good double lung. Actually, he's going down faster than I thought he actually would. The cameras and the signs. How come I never use a quad? I never really feel like it's worth spooking all the animals to get around a little more quickly. I'd rather just run it and have potential of seeing like all the things between me and where I'm going. Make sure to keep 1.5 meter distance to the animals. Man, I don't know what's about to happen here. Anyone know why missions don't work in Silver Ridge? So there's definitely issues with them. And I know there have been fixes that have come out, but there's still apparently some other ones. I just can't get it to progress even though I inspect everything. Alright, well. We may very well be reaching the end of what we can do without it breaking, but I hope it's going to cooperate. Hopefully it's going to let us progress, but we'll see. Don't stop with YouTube, you're the best YouTuber in the world. Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate you. The sign is invisible. Do I need to get this invisible sign? What's the difference between the 2018 version of the game and the 2019 version? It's just the DLCs that come with it. That looks like a big one. Decent 4. It's not the max weight track that I had, though. They stop a lot. Is he going to do that? Yes. We'll take some harvest where we can. Got an albino level 4 mule deer the other day on Silver Ridge, and he was a gold. I'd really like to get like a good-sized, rare Trurak mule deer, but it just never seems to go that way for the mule deer for me. I always get little ones. Unless you're filling a buffalo with 22 rounds. Wait, where did that come from? I'm missing that one. Got to this part and it stopped working. Yeah, we're about to see what goes on here. I need it. Okay. I will find the invisible one that you're talking about. Or I will attempt to. Look for the shadow of the sign. Will my light help with that? This has got me all kinds of stressed out to try to make sure I do this right.
First things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure.
Okay, Totem, thanks for the super chat, man. Just started playing 2 weeks ago, and your videos have helped me out a lot. Wanted to say thanks and have a good stream. Well, thank you, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Do I do this first? It says to make sure it's still secure. What does it want me to do? Investigate. Should I leave that? Where'd it go? Oh. I don't know if I should touch it or not. I think I'm gonna not yet. Classic is more realistic. It definitely is. Like the actual hunting and stuff.
Intact, at least. That's gotta be a good sign.
Well, now what do you want me to do? I want to read this. I guess we just gotta pick these up. Don't leave while he talks. Don't leave where? I don't know. I'm gonna just do this and hope it doesn't break the game.
A trail camera.
Okay.
I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera.
There's one here.
Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching?
There's one here.
I don't really understand what's going on with the cameras, but at least the entrance is secure. Let's go find his camp, shall we?
Okay, you guys said go into the cave first. I
Hopefully
did that
that's
by
the last
accident.
one. Pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you.
So,
It's actually Remy that
I'm gonna
called
wait
this
here.
one in.
Do I need to do anything else before I leave? I'll let you guys respond to that.
But I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
Because it says to leave, but I want to make sure that I've done everything. Because, you guys said stop working for me right here, too. Does your light spook animals? It doesn't, actually. Now, it says to go down to that campsite. He stopped talking. He said, there you go. Alright. 3 cameras, then set up the sign. Where do I set up the sign at? This mission broke my game. Yeah, that's why I'm, like, being very careful. Now go down to the camp. I'm going to trust you because you seem like you know what you're talking about. Just going to blindly trust you because I don't know what else to do. You good now? Alright. Let's go see. I'm in class right now, but they are playing weird games and I don't have to play, so I'm watching you. Well, I'm glad you could stop by, man. The big delay on YouTube definitely makes this a little bit challenging, so if I'm frustrating, I apologize, but want to have things work so we can actually progress. And I don't know if there's other ones that are going to give us issues as well, but assuming this is the big problem and we get past it, we should be fine. Don't know if that bighorn that I mentioned is around here. I'd actually like to see him. What gun are we using right now? I just have the 7mm and the 22. And the reason for that is we're doing missions, and if we are required to do a mission with a certain gun, we can literally just throw it in our loadout and go. We don't have to do all kinds of switching around and stuff like that. Finally got into the stream. How's your day? It's good, man.
Any sign of him?
Nope. Just a tent. And a book. Quattro or Silver Ridge Peaks? I'd go Silver Ridge Peaks if I were you. So I think I need this. Except I don't have an E. Just this normal. Oh, that's an interact.
Rifle cartridges. That's not good news.
Maybe it's got to be done in order.
Binoculars. Maybe he was hunting.
Do we do it? Investigate his tent. Okay. Now we're supposed to go over here.
That's
There we
outside.
go.
Pick it up, would you? A journal. Uranium mining.
Oh god.
Maybe this will show us why he's out here. I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school. Replant the sign, and we're done here for now. You know what makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here.
That kind of stuff actually creeps me out in these missions. And I know, like, very well that they're not going to have any kind of, like, crazy, you know, player model. They should do that sometime. Have a player model that actually interacts around the reserve. Get how much that would creep me out. But I know that's not going to be a thing. But it still just gives me, like, the slightest bit of chills, like, running into this guy that's doing all this stuff. I don't know. I like the stories. When they're actually, like, riveting and you can get, sort of lost in them in a way. That's why I enjoy them. That's why I enjoyed the Yukon missions. It really felt like you were, you know, going around trying to make a difference and help with everything. This mission is making me start a new game, but I don't want to because I own almost everything. I would wait, because they're going to fix it eventually, man. If you're talking about having the bug or whatever. Best spot for geese? I did a goose guide fairly recently, if you want to check that out. I have 3 spots that I show off. Or 2, I think. I have 3 setups. 2 are really good. One's kind of just meh. And time, I do between 7 and 11. Once it gets to 11 a.m., I reset back. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate, bottom boy. What do you got to do now? Hey, thanks, Christopher. I appreciate you, man. Alright. Place the sign. Oh, very finicky.
Signs back up? Great. This mine has never been a problem before.
I guess it is. I don't see
Let's
it.
not take any chances. Me and my dad have been dealing with Bobby Joe for years. But this is new. I know he's
Gonna hang out here just in case.
I always felt sorry for him. He had a pretty tough upbringing.
Hey, Billy.
I don't want to call the police, but I have to. He's armed and known for making poor choices.
Hey, me too. Alright, it looks like that completed, and we're on to the next one. I got an achievement and everything, so good deal. What would be on an Australia map if they make one? Probably, I'm hoping for like sandbar deer, rooster deer, fallow deer, red deer.
That it's not just the neighbors that are making questionable calls today.
We did it. We're on to the next one.
Sometimes folks from the city will drive out here to get away from work or their personal lives or whatever happens to be bothering them. The problem is that sometimes, quite often actually, people wander into the wilderness without a clue of how to survive if things go wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And based on a couple of phone calls I've had from the hospital today, I think that someone has made a mess and could use some help.
That's awesome, you Ohio
I
fishing.
was going to check in on them myself, but I need to coordinate with the police on this Bobby Joe thing. And you're already really close by.
Yes.
Can you head over to the campgrounds nearby and check in on them?
Yes.
The phone calls were sporadic at best. As
All right.
far as I can tell,
See what's going on in this direction.
a yoga and meditation expert has led a group of accountants from Denver into the wilderness on some sort of spiritual retreat. She took their cell phones away from them and had them eating wild flowers and berries. Some of them got sick and have gone directly to the hospital. I know that we're not the reason why this happened, but it could look very bad for us if anyone gets seriously hurt. I'd appreciate if you'd hustle and check it out.
I'm hustling. Is that right, Hunter Man? Is that what you wish? I believe. Got 4 diamonds this weekend? Sounds like a good weekend, man. Not too bad. So I had to restart my Xbox and I lost everything, and we had made over 500,000. Yeah, I mean, the good news is you can make the money back pretty quickly, like once you know what you're doing in the game. So hopefully you can get back there, you know, relatively quickly, like I said. Oh, hit something good the first time. Just got a max score, max weight spring bug. Kind of jealous of that, to be honest. I'd really like one. I've gotten some pretty big spring bug. I had 2 that were 990 on the old system, but it'd be cool to get a max. I like them a lot. For some reason, my Silver Ridge Peaks missions froze. Do you know what to do? A lot of people are talking about theirs, giving them issues. I think probably the best thing is to wait and see if they have an update and fix it. Luckily, as I'm doing this on stream, those of you that have had issues have been able to kind of guide me along to not screw it up, so that's rather nice, and I appreciate you guys. Just killed an albino moose? Nice, dude. I had that one, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago. I think it was like the night before my birthday, so yeah. And they look cool. Like, just this huge creature, all white, from being albino. They look cool. Did you miss anything? Nothing too special, just getting these missions going. Some spoopy games? Oh, we'll have to see what happens, who knows. What, Billy? I don't understand. Almost got a diamond bear on Yukon. I saw one earlier today got posted. Somebody got a diamond melanistic, actually. That would be so cool. I like the grizzly bear a lot, and they are really pretty rare to make diamond. I think it's neat. Is the musk deer still your favorite animal? I wouldn't say it ever really was my favorite animal. There's kind of a meme there since I got the diamond musk deer as my first, but yeah, I mean, I like them. I think they're unique. Got a max score bighorn sheep diamond. Nice. I don't know what the max score technically is for those. There's not really supposed to be one. What was that? Turkey down there. We'll probably ignore that. Wish they had wolves on this map. It would be kind of cool. I think they could fit, but you know, we've had wolves on 2 of the last 3, so probably kind of good that they take a break from that. Make Call Out a horror game? No. I won't be able to play it, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go back to washing dishes. How you going to like if they ever make a Texas map? I think they could do that. Like, Parque Fernando, in a way, is like a Texas map because it's sort of a game reserve, almost. I'd like if they did a Texas map with Texas whitetail. So if they really did different antlers just for the Texas whitetail, because you can almost always identify, like, any whitetail deer, like, from a picture or from video or from, like, amount of it, any whitetail deer that was shot in Texas, because they're just different. They got that more, like, wiry, usually wide, low rack, and I like them. They're really cool.
That's weird. I expected a lot more activity here. They said they were bringing 20 people. Where is everyone? Is the leader in her tent? She goes by Jim.
I hear a phone.
Jim Botten. Can you hear the phones ringing?
Well, yeah, but where is it? It's in here.
I guess we know where she hid them then.
Am I supposed to do this stuff? I don't want to do anything until I know. It says investigate.
The accountants have left. I'm going to send someone to make sure they got back to their cars safely. This is an absolute disaster. A bunch of poisoned accountants and a lone woman climbing a non-specific mountain. Next time someone tries to run a retreat out here, I'm gonna make them hire a professional guide.
Can you please shut up so I can pick this up and make it stop? It's driving me insane.
Which one?
That one.
This is exactly the sort of thing I find myself fighting uphill against. It's hard to get going when stuff like this keeps... Okay, first things first. We need to figure out where Botten's gone. I'll try to reach some of the accountants back at the hospital. Maybe they can help.
Do I maybe not even need to pick that up?
I get the distinct feeling that she hasn't packed hiking boots or proper equipment for a climb. Maybe she'll turn back soon. I'll let you know if I hear anything, okay?
Okay. Oh. That was it. The mission's called Bear With Me, so I kind of see where this may be going. Where can I find bighorn sheep? They're pretty all over the map. I would say this side of the map has the most of them. Are we going to shoot a bear? Are we going to get any information on what we're going to do?
Today continues to throw up challenges for us. I have another job for you, and this one is urgent.
Oh, yeah?
We received a call from one of our neighbors, Norman, asking if we'd seen his dad, a longtime friend of the reserve. Apparently he's gone missing and he's taken all the family camping supplies with him. Around the same time, 2 hikers reported to us that they spotted a single old man laden down with gear, heading into a part of the reserve that is known for its bears. When they asked him if he needed any help, he politely declined and kept walking.
I bet we're going right here.
The description matches old Ted perfectly. Short white hair, green rain slicker, and brown leather boots. No gun. I'm trying to get a hold of Norman, but he said that he'd make some more calls just in case Teddy's gone to visit friends. I'm just getting his voicemail at the moment. While I sort this out, can you head over to where the hikers saw him and try to follow old Teddy's trail? He knows his way around here, so I have no idea why he'd wander into bear country.
Says we're going... Oh, down there. That's not what I expected, so I'm not too sure where this leads us. Playing the floor is lava. I'm pretty good at it, you know, just gotta hop around a little bit. How long would we be streaming? I don't know how long these missions are gonna ultimately take us, but, you know, the idea is for it to take right about 2 hours. Shooting random things here and there sort of slows that down, but I think it makes things more interesting. Killed 2 rares and 2 diamonds this weekend, my best in a while. Not too bad, man. I just saw a turkey fly by that I didn't spot, but that's all good. Let's just fast travel down here and cut some of our time off. Got my diamond bighorn sheep in the top right part of the map. I forget if I've had... I think I've had 3. One was like at these lakes. One was over by this one? Or no, this one. and one was up here. They've been pretty spread out, actually. Hey, Flipsen. Did I see your PM? I think I answered it. Matthew, thanks for the super chat, man. That moment when you see level 9 lion but don't have the right gun. I know the feeling. I've done that every now and then where I think I'm good, like I have the Mosin, but I'm thinking it covers class 9 like the 7mm. Kind of annoying. Ooh. Max weight elk track. Wonder if that's what just ran right past us. I would say not, because it's going that way. It's also very old. Hi. We'll kind of look around for that, but I'm not going to get too serious tracking down a random animal. If we see a max level, that's one thing. Edward, thanks for the super chat, man. Love your vids. Here's some money as well. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate you. Yesterday I shot 3 level 7 mountain lions at the same lake, a melanic, a gray, and albino. What is that luck? What the heck, dude? Kind of impressive, to be honest. Get all 3 basically rares. The gray's more of like uncommon, but still. That's insane. Happy Monday, Hunter. Just got the game. Is there anything that I should know? What did that say? I think it was a Maxwell bighorn track. I would just say that you want to try to spend a good bit of time hunting around water, and yeah, be willing to try different times and everything. But early on, what I would do if I were you is pretty much to just try to shoot every animal you see, try to level up, try to, you know, get the experience, and the skill points and perk points you earn along the way are going to make things easier for like trophy hunting later on. So I would try to just get, you know, get your levels and stuff for now. Favorite species to hunt in real life? You're saying what would be? I mean, I think I'd like to hunt elk or red deer someday. My favorite, as is definitely whitetail, though. If you're gonna run so slow, just hopefully smoke, and we definitely did. Did I miss anything? We've done a couple of missions. They're mostly just kind of travel from point A to point B and interact and listen to the guy talk, but we're getting some stuff done in the process. Is the map worth $7? Definitely. It's a good map. As long as the missions don't freak out, the missions seem pretty interesting, and in general, like, I probably see the most diamonds and rares posted off of this map, like in the Discord, and it's a nice map, like the mountains and everything. It's a good looking map. Minimum for diamond mouflon, 178 or 179, something like that. Graphics in this game are better, but classics more realistic. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The graphics, I mean, it is a big deal to be, you know, better looking graphically. But also the whole, like, strategy and just, like, how you hunt in the game matters, and Classic definitely has that nailed. Do you think they'll add drives soon? I mean, technically you can do drives as is. What level? I've been level 60 for basically 3 years at this point. Not quite 3 years. Almost. Okay, do we gotta track this guy?
You found where the hikers spotted him. That's good news. Listen, I got a hold of Norman and he's on his way out here. But he's a couple of hours drive away. I told him that we were looking for his dad. Norman's really worried. He thinks that Ted has had a breakdown. Ted's wife, Jeannie, died a couple of weeks ago, and since the funeral, Ted hasn't been himself. The family were giving him as much space as they could, but now they're worried that he's fully isolated himself and he's made some bad decisions that have led him here. Norman took a trip to visit him, but when he arrived, Ted was gone, and so was his car. Norman remembers his dad saying that he proposed to Jeannie during a trip to Silver Ridge Peaks 45 years ago. That whole region is a beautiful valley, but nobody goes out there unarmed while the bears are roaming around. It might be a long shot, but can you gear up with whatever you need and head into bear country as soon as possible?
If you tell me where I gotta go.
If Ted's looking for where he proposed almost a half a century ago, I just hope he finds it before the bears find him.
I literally went through here.
I'll mark the beauty spot on your GPS.
Okay.
Be careful in those parts. Keep your rifle handy at all times.
As I'm running around with my hunter mate and binoculars in hand. Blue Rex. Thanks for the super chat, man. When Silver Ridge came out on console, I got a diamond of each species on the first day. Pretty good luck, dude. Each new species, I got you. And love the content. Well, thanks, man. Really appreciate you. Second day playing, and I got an albino plains bison. That's a good way to start out in this game, man. It took me, I think, 80 hours of play and something like 5 months to get a rare in this game. Picked up a snake bite, wondering what else would be nice to have. Weapon, I mean. I would go with the 9.3 by 7.4 over-under instead of the 30R now. But 30R still is a good choice. I'm more afraid of this thing than any bear. We just pick a direction and go. What drinks here? Because I don't know that I've ever gotten a drink zone for this lake. I just see stuff here. Bighorn. Well, okay.
This is the beauty spot. But he's gone.
Or he was never here.
There's no sign of an encounter.
Oh.
But look, Ted was definitely here.
How am I supposed to know that? Oh. Dropped a little picture. Is a wedding picture.
Ted and Jeannie, 1978. I can't even imagine what's going through his head at the moment. My dad and I used to talk about men who would seek their solace in nature. He told me that if he didn't have my mom or me around, he'd eventually have just started living out here. I didn't believe him at first, but as I've grown older, it makes more sense to me. He's running from the pain he's feeling. Out there, he doesn't need to think about anyone or anything else. He can just be alone. Norman will be here soon. I told him that his visit will include a trip to bear country, so he's got a rifle to protect himself. I'll point him to his dad's old camp for now. It makes most sense for that to be where Ted will come back to whenever he's ready. There's no tracks for you to follow, and while I don't like the idea of him wandering around, Ted clearly wants to be alone out here.
Alright, that completed yet another achievement. Before we start stocking, Matthew, thanks for the super chat again. Send me power. I'm using 600 grain arrows because I didn't shoot it yet. Keep in mind, I've never shot any animal with a crossbow. I mean, that should be interesting. The crossbow is definitely good. I think you can get it, man. Just make sure you're, you know, make sure you're getting good and close. Call it in if you have to, or sneak in close. Somebody said pick up the landmark?
Lead on our missing yoga instructor.
Just in case.
Sammy was driving home after the rappelling lesson, and she heard something that could be Miss Botten. She had pulled over to look under the hood of her car, and she swears she heard a scream from the woods nearby.
That's a little bit eerie.
I asked her if it could have been an animal noise, but she seemed pretty insistent that it was a woman's scream. I know it's nothing solid to go on, but it could be what leads us to her. Can you check it out? I'll mark the spot on your GPS.
Should be up like where we put the ropes, I would assume. Or nowhere near there. That makes sense too. Alright, let's see what's hanging out down here early morning, because I pretty much only checked this place for mule deer. It's a little bit too early for them. Did I manage to get past the bug mission? Yeah, everybody kind of just guided me through it, so we did it very slowly. Everybody said, like, make sure I get all 3 cameras, make sure I wait until they stop talking, place the sign, all that. Seemed like we're all good. As far as I know, we're in the clear. I have not heard anyone say that there's another mission I should be aware of, but, yeah, didn't have any issues. The only diamonds I haven't found on this map are goat, sheep, and elk. 2 of the 3 are definitely some of the cooler ones. Hopefully you can find some of them, because they're good for the lodge and everything. This one is where I left off. This is going to be fun. Why is it going to be fun? Find the source of the scream, it says. as if I could just go figure out for certain what made that sound. But it's a mission, so something will be there for us. Silver Ridge missions are so bad. I'm kind of liking the story so far, to be honest with you. It's maybe not quite the standard of Yukon, which we just did, but I've liked them so far. What was that? More sheeps. No rams, though. Probably won't bother then. You're the reason I got this game, and now someone hates me because I stay home on the weekends? I mean, sorry. Hope you're enjoying the game, though, man. Watch out for the bear?
I'm sure I don't need to remind you. This is
Am I gonna get attacked?
country. Sure, they're normally quick to turn tail and run, but they're extremely aggressive if their cubs are nearby. It's time for maximum caution.
As I'm just tearing up through here. I'll be fine. I can see stuff glowing all the way over there. That's gonna be footprints. Guess I'll keep the 7mm handy just in case. Oh, I hear something. Sounds like a air horn. What? Guess we're just gonna go there. Pronghorn? What is this?
Can you hear that?
Well, yeah.
It's like a horn or something.
Slightly annoying. Shut up! There's a bighorn.
Can you hear that? It's like a horn or something. An air horn app.
Oh.
I've heard of people trying to scare away bears and cougars with real-life air horns.
The app is a
Personally,
questionable decision.
I've never really trusted using sound to scare off a bear. Not permanently, at least. Well, that's the contact number I had for her. Cell phone service can be really poor out there, though. Still, she was here. Check out the bear markings on that tree.
Where?
There's no sign of her, is there? If she tried to hide from a bear up a tree, she found out pretty fast. Bears are great climbers. Maybe she threw the water bottle in her phone to give herself a chance to escape. Are there any more clues? A bear. Be careful.
Where? Oh, hello. That was weird. I'm not sure about that decision, but sure.
Sorry to send you in there, my friend. I know you can handle a black bear, but that doesn't make it okay.
Alright
Dad
then.
would never have put his people in this position. I have to be smarter. It just seems like every problem lands at once, you know?
Yes.
I'm trying to improve the reserve, but things keep getting in the way. Look, I'm really grateful that you've been able to help me out. If it had been me out there, things could have gone a lot worse.
I'm a little worried because this still says one of two.
Is Boot in safety, right? Are there any signs of where she went?
Maybe we're still okay. Is there tracks again? These random fake pronghorn tracks. I mean, I assume that's the bighorn. And then these ones?
Those look like fresh footprints. She made it out of there, heading west. Still, now she has no phone and no water bottle.
The bear never even showed up for you? That would be weird if he just randomly said there's a bear and then nothing happened. Alright. Think we got through that one, even though I was kind of questioning if it was going to happen. Are there coups here in Texas? I think there might be some. He should be hitting us with the details of the next mission here shortly. Just got here missing any diamonds or rares. Nothing special showing up so far, but it actually hasn't led us too much into areas that I don't normally go.
Got it. Not far from where you are, we have the old funicular railway. It's pretty big, and it's a tourist attraction. If Boota sees it, then maybe she'll head towards it to look for help. At the bottom of the track, there's an old shed that she could try to shelter close to. It's not much, but it's a start. Given how badly things have gone for her so far, I can only hope that she's not still planning to climb a mountain. I'm going to give the accountants another call at the hospital. See if they can't help us work out where her head is at.
It should be on top of her neck, but who knows? How can I fix my missions? It's the one where I have to place a sign. I'm really not sure how to fix it if they're just glitched like that, to be honest with you. There eventually will be a fix that they release, so you might just have to wait on that. Because I know they will eventually fix that. There's been mission bugs before. Can I show my graphic settings if I can remember how? Just Ultra Preset. Best spot to find a diamond bighorn. I've seen them all over. Like, bighorn cover a good part of Silver Ridge Peaks, so I'm not sure I can really tell you a specific, but I'd say they're mostly on the west side of the map, so maybe we'd start there. Thought fast traveling down here was a good idea. It wasn't. Turns out, to reach where I need to get to, we're going to have to go way down around. Why is it that I've had this game for a year and a half and only have 1 diamond? I mean, it depends on how much you play and, you know, your playstyle and everything. It took me 8 months to get my first, and then I think it was maybe 3 or 4 more months till I got my second one. Like, you just learn things as you go, but it kind of all comes down to playtime. Will I do more farming sim videos? I might do more on farming sim one of these days. Who knows? Maybe after, like, hunting season's over, I'm going to suddenly have more time on my hands than I'm used to having, and I'm going to feel more productive. But, I mean, as of now, it's likely going to be pretty much just, like, real-life hunting, classic Call of the Wild. Maybe hunting sim, too, if I ever get into bow hunting over there. I need to try that still. Can you do a guide how to get your first diamond moose? Moose specifically would be okay. Just click that on my game. That was a little bit weird. Moose specifically would be tough, especially since they're a little bit buggy right now, so I'd maybe wait on that till that gets fixed. I don't know that I've been to this place before, but let's see what it has us do. I gotta go...
What the hell has happened here? It looks like the bears have been using the shed as a latrine and a scratching post. I'm meant to be taking a potential investor to tour the reserve this week. She cannot see this. Baaden's not here. There's no sign of her. And I still can't get through to the accountants. They've left the hospital and don't have their cell phones. Can you put the shed back together and tidy things up a bit? I hate to do this, but there's no way I'm gonna make it out there before the tour.
I think I can run through this stuff.
It might be from a bear, but why would they come here? I don't see bears tearing that off. Thanks.
I can see
It's
it.
probably still gonna smell pretty bad, but at least it's not covered in bear scat. Bears tend to stay away from humans, and we never kept anything that would attract them inside that shed. Are there any tracks nearby? The place looked fine when I was here last week.
I imagine there are, since you specifically brought them up.
That's unexpected. The public don't tend to drive to the funicular.
What?
And if it was one of the staff, they'd use quad bikes. This looks like it was left by a car or a truck.
What does?
I think someone has vandalized our property. It doesn't make a lot of sense, though. Why would anyone come all the way out here to do this?
Oh.
Maybe bored teenagers? I pulled some stupid pranks when I was young, but none involved ferrying around a bunch of bear scat. Given that this has happened to the shed, I'm a little worried about the railway itself. It's a unique tourist site, over 100 years old. It leads all the way up to Prosperity, the reserve's ghost town. It used to be home to the miners who came out here during the Silver Rush. I think it's a little creepy, but tourists like it. Would you check the track out, please? I would feel a lot better knowing it's okay.
Am I supposed to just run along it? Oh, I gotta inspect it. For some reason, in that particular spot, 500 meters that way. Alright, well. we'll go and do that. He's awful needy. He's a talky warden. I think he's a warden. Pretty sure they all are. But yeah, he likes to talk. What was my first diamond killed with a bow? Crossbow doesn't count. Well, I was trying to do diamond with a bow for a while, but I ended up taking... Let me think. Second one was a bear, that was with a gun. Third one was the 1,000 coyote, that was with a gun. 4 and 5 were bison, those were both with a crossbow. And then at that point, I don't know. I know I killed a whitetail with the recurve, maybe in my first whitetail. I'm honestly not sure what my first one was, like, it was a long time ago. What's the best map? It depends on what you're after, really. Like, some maps are going to be more appealing to, like, you know, some percentage of the player base than to the rest because of the species, or maybe the missions, or the views, or, like, the difficulty. It all just sort of depends what you're after. Is a blonde black bear rare? It's more of like an uncommon. Why are all the bad guys named Baden? I really don't know. I wonder if they just specifically, like, decided to choose this one name and keep using it so they're not going through a bunch of names every time. But yeah, it's literally every time the problem person. It's weird. Hello. Nice to run into stuff as we're doing these. The best loadout for this map, you can get away with just the 7mm and the 22. I would run probably 300 7mm and 22 because, like, elk and bison, even black bear, you can take with the 300, and that definitely speeds up the process of bringing them down. Specifically bison, though. The elk and black bear aren't too big a deal. Finally found out how to change my name on here. It's Paul. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you again.
What's going on with the rail?
It's broken. You're gonna tell me I'm gonna fix this?
Torn up.
Oh, okay.
As in removed. How did they even... It's just been ripped out of the ground. Gone. This would have taken a crew and equipment. This isn't teenagers with too much time on their hands. This is the sabotage of one of our irreplaceable attractions. I need some pictures. I'm gonna send them to the police.
Better not do anything till I know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, okay.
I'm on hold with the sheriff's office. Then I think I need to call my dad. Since it appears
hey, Cody, how's it going, man?
Trying to sabotage the reserve, I need to... Hello, yes, Sheriff Cole, please. I need you to head up to the ghost town and see if they've done any damage there. I'll check in later. Gary, hey, thanks for picking up so fast.
Where is the ghost town? 2 kilometers. Been over there, but not much. This is actually where I got my first diamond mountain lion, so could be interesting to see what lives down in this area. Been a while since I've been down here. It was actually where we chased that diamond elk at night with the bow, if I remember right. It was down that direction, but it came from here. Watching from a tree? Nice, dude. Good luck with whatever you're specifically after. I swear this mission is on another map? What do you mean? Dave did it? Dave Baden? That's probably who it was. Looked at your video when you hunted geese and I tried and got 30,000 money. Yeah, you can make it quick, man. You can get a lot. Last login 6 months ago. Holy. Thoughts on an Ohio type area map with a lot of woods for tree stands and corn and bean fields. I'm also from Ohio and I think it would be cool to hunt a map close to home. So the issue is there wouldn't be many like new unique animals. It would be all into the gameplay. So they'd maybe if they did it like during the rut, so whitetail have like interspecies interact. No, interspecies is the opposite. Interaction with each other. We'll just go with that. And, you know, fighting and reacting to calls and Like, that's the only way I could really see that going well. Because otherwise, it's going to get boring, I think. Like, there has to be something new to sell a map, in my opinion. So they'd have to do something like that. Watching this secretly in school? Ooh, how exciting. Don't get in trouble. I don't want to be the cause of that. Managed to harvest my 50th diamond, enjoying the hunt. It's always good, man. It's always good to run around and do missions, so we're not getting anything too special so far, but I just like to do different stuff, you know, get lit around, see what comes of it.
He's as confused as I am, but he's gonna send someone over to take a look. Let me know when you get to the ghost town.
Have I heard of the Hunter Mobile? I have. I'm not super interested in that myself, but it does look interesting. Whoa. Dead mountain lions. Yeah, it looks like a cool game, but not my kind of thing. Died to a water buffalo. Kyla feels your pain. You know, they just want hugs. If you just be more open to the hugs.
In the pit of my stomach.
Do you now? Can't imagine why. Oh my god, there's so many.
They've been here as well. Damn it. They've gone from vandals to poachers and mindless animal killers. This is escalating so quickly. Who would possibly want to do this?
Okay, but the grass being covered in blood is cool.
Former staff member? My dad and I haven't had any trouble with any of our staff, past or present. Can you take a look around? I want to know just how much damage these guys have done. If you find an animal, take a picture and send it my way, please.
Did that one not work?
I'll save this for the police. Thanks.
Might have done that a little quickly. Do I gotta photograph all of them? I've seen like 5.
Good work. Got it.
Thank you. Nope.
A third. Okay. Another one? How long did this take them, I wonder?
I was pretty sure I saw another. Oh, it specifically tells me to go here. Is there another one here? I thought when I came walking in I saw 3 up here and 2 up on the side. Oh, hello.
Is that the last of them? Hopefully this is the only place. Was that a door opening? Are they still here?
It literally sounded like they just ran away.
Be careful. We know they're armed.
That's exactly what I was just talking about earlier, how it would creep me out if there was actually a player that, like a player model that went running across here. Can hear the color they were using.
What's that sound? It's horrible.
End hunting now.
Those sounds like animals dying. End hunting now. What? Is this some kind of activist? I don't buy it. I know we hunt animals, but making a quick, clean kill is paramount for us. Take a picture of the text and send it over.
Darn it.
This was something else. Needless cruelty. All to send us a message. Got the photograph. I'll save it with the others. How the hell has this happened? How did we go from thinking this was kids being a nuisance to armed poachers killing and torturing animals? The deputy sheriff is on her way over now. Listen, I don't think it's best for you to be chasing these people down now.
But how fun would that be?
They're armed, and they don't seem to care much for ethics or responsibility.
I have a 22.
I'd like you to get out of there, and the police will take over.
I could take him. Anyway, let's see where they have us go now. Hey, Lucky. And I saw that, by the way, Hunterman, just so you're aware. That one did not
There is
slide by.
one place where it's hopefully safe to send you, where you might find something that can help us.
Okay.
These people seem to know exactly how to hurt us. They've targeted our unique tourist spots and our animals. There's a fossil excavation site that I was planning to show our investor as well. It's abandoned just now as the college ran out of funding for the dig last year. But we've been keeping it safe for when they come back.
Oh my god, can't hit
It's
nothing.
basically just a shed and a hole. But it represents a good opportunity to interact with the local community and college. Tourists don't go there. but it's a big part of raising the reserve's profile in a way that doesn't involve hunting. Can you head over there and make sure everything is still locked up and secure?
I can consider
It's
it.
not good for our reputation if we can't protect a tiny dig site.
If you just tell me where it is. Oh. It's quite fortunate that a lot of these places I have stuff set up, you can really navigate around these quite quickly. 13 minutes to my school is out. Nice. I need to equip this. Anybody that is not a fan of heights might want to look away for just a moment. Because we're going to yeet off this cliff. Hunter Man's in trouble now. Yep, I'm going to ban him. That's what he gets. How cool would it be if you could use pictures in the frames of the lodge? That was talked about in Hunter Classic for a very long time, and basically... Okay.
Since the sheriff's office are all discussing what's been going on up here, it turns out that they've been sharing notes.
They made it so there was a competition, and a couple of players won it, and it's in all the lodges.
Just outside the reserve. The truck was hauling a short chunk of rail track and 2 big heavy railway sleepers. Turns out the driver runs some kind of historical museum out in Arizona. He claims someone called Mr. Green reached out to him and offered him a chance to take home some historic railroad. The driver was confused,
Anxiety warning.
but was keen to grab a piece of Gold Rush history, so he drove out to retrieve a piece yesterday. You're nearly there. It's not much, but you'll recognize it when you see it.
There's
Said that he
tracks
and his son
there?
had to cut it out with a saw and lift it with a crane. He had receipts for the whole plant rental and everything. Obviously, we had nothing to do with this exchange. So the question becomes, who on earth is Mr. Green?
the guy that left these tracks, I
Okay,
bet.
so at least the site itself hasn't been touched. The cops were gonna ask me about it, but the guy was adamant that it had all been signed off by this Mr. Green. What about the tool shed? They left an inventory, but there wasn't much in there.
That's
Just
kind of a
some
nice buck.
tools and a rock saw.
I'm gonna smoke that.
They just tried calling his number, and it's not recognized. They're gonna get the truck driver and get back to me.
Am I supposed to go in here?
I knew it. Of course they've been here as well. They've taken something.
What?
The rock saw is missing. I looked them up and they're like $500 brand new. This one was used and old. I doubt it's worth much. It was pretty heavy too. Have a look around. I wonder if they drove up here to get it.
Did I pick up the track too early? Oh no. Pronghorn again, by the way. Did I oof that mission by picking that up slightly too early? I might have done that.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Okay. So they're in a car or truck and they've been here recently. I've got a plan, but we're gonna need to act fast.
Is it to go pick up this mule deer? Because that's what I'm doing.
Photo of those tracks and send it to me. I'm gonna round up some of my friends. Stay on the line.
Stay on the... As if I have a choice. I don't get to choose what happens here. My teacher made me put this on the smartboard? Like the stream? Is that what's happening here? I say a lot of things. Language is beautiful, isn't it, though?
So we're going to lock down the barricades for all of our roads. Nothing gets in or out.
Perfect.
I've rounded up a few people to help, but I've got a gate I need you to lock up. First
Where's
thing
that?
you need to do is grab a padlock. I keep one in the closest lookout tower to the gate. Once you're inside, look for a locker.
Well, that's useful. I have a tent at that specific one just so I could overlook this entire area. And that's going to come in pretty handy right about now, but there should be a mule deer buck somewhere in this general area. Can't have gotten too far. Did you miss anything? Just found your charger? Nothing too special, man. Couple of random things here and there. We got a pretty nice mule deer buck, actually. So we're going to claim that here and then continue on with the missions. It seems like we're getting pretty well through them. I don't know how many there are from here, but still have 45 minutes to complete. IceQ. Speaking of what is this, who is this? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a little while. Let's go for a little
That's the
hop up
tower
here.
I need to check inside.
Thank you.
Let me know when you've grabbed the padlock.
Anytime. Don't go anywhere. Spams for days. Snow fair. Is that a thing? Nope. Just a light spot. Now my entire class is watching? Well, cool. Hopefully I don't, you know, completely mess everything up like I did at the beginning of the stream. What am I looking for? Oh.
You've got the padlock? Okay. Your GPS will show you where to find the right gate.
Probably
Almost there.
just gonna have to run it.
The other roads are all locked down. Just your gate left to close.
It would be great if they had some guys
One
on
of my
ATVs
friends
come
says he
flying
arrived
through
at
here.
this gate just as a truck was leaving. He recorded the license plate though. The deputy's gonna take a look.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're hunting in real life when you're playing? Not like, it's not quite to that degree, but it's close. Like the level of adrenaline and stuff when, like, it's more when I'm taking a really risky shot or something. Like a normal diamond for me, if I'm taking like a 150 meter broadside shot, I'm not worried. But when I go to do crazy stuff like, you know, the 400 meter shot on the random Cape Buffalo and stuff, I get more nervous and more adrenaline from that, and that's almost closer to the real life hunting feeling. Like, it's not quite there, but, you know, there's moments in the game that definitely get me. Like, every now and then, I'll be after, like, some specific animal, and it'll kind of just, like, appear through the brush for a second, and I'll be peering through, like, a hole in brush, and it just, you get that sort of real life feeling. It's those things that I really feel like are more, make me feel like I'm real life hunting. Just saw you live and was feeling like stopping by. Well, I was feeling like thanking you for stopping by. Glad you can make it for a little while, dude. Moderators on this server are quite good. Got a pretty good little crew that can take care of everything. They definitely make life easier for me and hopefully for you guys as the viewing experience. Just saw that there's bison in Ohio? What? Like in a zoo? You get behind them and out push? Is this like the truck that's gonna come flying through here? I still think if they had like a player model on an ATV just come zipping out of there and fly down the road, it would be such like a shock factor, and I really think they could do that. Like, imagine if they did that. Yeah, like the great one running by me, exactly. We were talking about that in the Hunter Official today. Somebody was talking about, like, the couple of different videos on great ones that are out there. Still really glad that went as it did. How many diamonds do I have? That's a question I actually haven't seen today. I don't know. 608.
That's the gate. Close it and lock it shut.
Huh?
Great work.
It was
If
already
the criminals
closed.
are still inside the reserve, they're gonna need to go off-road to escape.
I mean,
I feel better. The police are working with us now, and we have taken steps to get things back on track.
I feel like they could get around
The
it, but
deputies share my suspicions about this being the work of animal rights activists. Sure, we get the odd email from time to time. A few years ago, my dad narrowly avoided having red paint thrown all over him by someone who had come looking for trouble. There's a group called the Activists for the Protection of Animal Rights, APAR. They've sent us some letters in the past. Thing is, it's been all calm on that front recently. And if you want to target why us, we're not high profile. Until recently, that was my biggest problem. Plus, the sounds on that tape will be with me for a while.
sounds good, IceQ.
I don't think the person who recorded them is likely to be sensitive to animal rights. One thing I do know is that this lockdown is going to hurt us. People will talk. And I know that there are people on the board who are already considering replacing me.
Alright. What team isn't it just Kyla? I think today, pretty much just Kyla, but, you know, she's got it.
I do have
Oh,
better
sorry,
news,
Lucky.
though. One of the accountants got back to me about this meditation mountain that Botta was going to climb. She's ambitious, I'll give her that. She set her sights on one of our taller mountains, Mount Ursula. The police are in charge, so we have to take the back seat for a while. In the meantime, I'd like you to have another shot at finding Botta. She must be in a pretty rough state by now.
Just tell me where to go. Up that way, alright. Luckily there's an outpost right here. I usually don't go that way, so maybe there's a feed zone or two we can stumble upon. Are the pronghorn diamonds bugged? I just got Silver Ridge this weekend. I got 2 diamonds in the same first herd, but nothing since. I don't think they're bugged. I think that's just pretty decent luck. They're not incredibly rare. I haven't really gone after pronghorn much, but I know all the above, like, was grinding the heck out of them to try to get an albino diamond, or just to get a decent albino. I can't remember his exact plan, but he got a ton of them. Got an albino mountain goat. That's something I want to get. I'd like to get actually both a melanistic and an albino mountain goat at some point would be cool. I've seen several melanistic diamonds posted, but I've not actually seen an albino diamond. Got the Great One Whitetail. Nice, man. You should post that in Discord. Kyla, you totally didn't see me butcher your name. It's fine. I saw it and I thought you did it as a joke. How many missions are there? I don't know. We've done 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is going to be number 12. Perfect. The perfect time to ask. Yeah, I don't know how many more there are. We're an hour 20 in. Somebody said it took them about 2.5 hours to do. But they chased a bighorn or something for a while, so... Or a bison it was. So, we'll see, like, how long this ends up taking us. Like, if they did that the day the missions came out, we get to fast travel around. Hey, mistress.
He told me that while he always has my back, he plans to retire permanently from the warden position. He doesn't know what he's gonna do next, but he feels that his health problems stop him from doing the job properly. If I'm being honest, I always counted on him coming back. I told him that I felt like I was just keeping his seat warm. I think we both knew that his recovery was going too slowly for this to be a short-term thing. He seems confident that we've got this situation covered.
Hey, Jackson, thanks for the super chat, man.
Than I am, actually.
First time it was a diamond elk. Nice.
Need to keep pushing on. Let's find Boota and bring her home safely.
I'm working on it. You got me running up a steep hill, dude. Kind of close to 200,000 subs. I think there's some legitimate chance that we make it by the end of 2020. It's going to be pretty close at the rate the channel's been growing, but you know, we're at something like 182 now, and there's in the area of 3 months, you know, till the very end of 2020. So we'll see. If there's some kind of big Call of the Wild release, you know, within the next 2 months, maybe, I'd say it's very possible. No, this is Patrick. Best map for red deer? I'd go to Quattro if I were you. I see twax. I've been seeing twax, but I thought they were animal twax this whole time. Goodness, she's been all over up here. Assuming that's what this is. Oh my. She's barefoot.
Footprints.
That's freaky. It says investigate the top. Why? They're actually doing a decent job of kind of freaking me out. I'm not gonna lie. That's weird. Oh, there's also... I thought I saw a bighorn track. Maybe it's one of these flowers. Oh.
Look. That's definitely her gear. There's a yoga mat and everything. Is that a journal? Normally I wouldn't recommend this, but maybe we should see if she's written anything that can help.
If you'll let me pick it up.
That's a lot to take in. Did she say she heard noises from the tree line? Let's check it out. I'll be honest, I'm really worried about her now.
Look for clues. Guess we're following this. I still think a player model doing something to scare me might never do another mission again. Can we get a dinosaur-themed hunter game? They did Hunter Primal back in the day, and I thought it was good.
Straight for where she was.
That's a bear. Oh.
I can't believe it. We followed. We were so close.
Awkward.
I need to tell the police. I should... Okay. First things first, I need to get it together. How you doing? Are you okay? I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this firsthand.
I just want to hunt down the bear, to be
I
honest.
need to deal with this. But there hasn't been a death in the reserve for almost a decade. I'm gonna call my dad, so he can talk me through the next steps.
Can I hunt down the bear? Setting up doesn't sound like hunting down the bear. Did I just get smoked by YouTube? Did you?
Before I start making arrangements, there's something I'd like you to do for me, if you think you're up to it.
Is it to hunt the bear? Because I want to hunt something.
In her journal, Baden mentions winning the trip out here. In all this drama, I forgot that she wasn't just here with the retreat. She was planning on staying a little longer at one of our outposts. There was something strange about the booking. I'm gonna make some calls now, but I'd like you to go to the outpost she was going to stay at.
Okay.
I have an uneasy feeling about why she was here. I can't quite explain it, but I don't think it was her idea to come here.
Was it yours?
Hey, got an update for you. I was speaking with the deputy about Baden, and she's gonna send an officer up to secure the scene, take pictures, etc. Do you remember the truck that we spotted leaving the reserve just before we locked it down? Well, the deputy had some news. Turns out that the truck was stolen from a college campus in Denver just a couple of weeks ago. It gets stranger. The sheriff just got a call from a patrolman in the next county over. The truck has been found on fire, abandoned in the middle of nowhere. It was an anonymous tip-off. I'm not an expert, but I bet that truck was the escape vehicle for our culprits. I'll let you know if the police find anything new.
They could do so much to add jump scares in this. Chris, thanks for becoming a channel member, man. I wanted to get that before it comes off of the chat, but really appreciate you, dude. Make sure you join the Discord and link up your YouTube so you can get the Super Schuster roll over there in Discord. And enjoy the emojis and everything in chat, man. Thank you. Let's just go ahead and hop over here. Kyla's got that Discord link if you need to join. These missions are very anticlimactic. Don't tell me that. What am I supposed to do?
Look for any signs that she came here with an agenda that might tie into the problems we're having. Be respectful, though.
I'm gonna wait just one moment because that Supreme Dorito, thank you so much for the super chat, man. That's far too generous. I like that sticker though. I've never seen that one. That's a good one. I wonder if there are different different stickers for like different tiers, the different like color donation things. But dude, thank you so much. Like I said, that's way too generous. I really appreciate you.
Didn't we already find Baden's
We'll get this going here. Yes.
Ghost town and dig site. No, I don't believe it.
Hey Carter, how's it going, man? So was she a part of this? Oh, there's more.
Her luggage. I guess it's just clothes and things. No need to open it up.
Well, I mean, I guess, but you'd think there could be something there. I saw a thing come up. Oh.
That's the gear from the dig site, isn't it? Look, there's the rock saw. Did they take the blade off for safety, maybe? There's a rifle in there, too? No hunter's leaving something like that lying around.
Well, I can't see it. That's no fun.
I'll be honest with you. I'm struggling to keep myself under control. Not only has someone been terrorizing the reserve, but they plan to pin it on someone else.
Me. Not really. So...
You know, my dad said that there's a spiritual reason for what's going on. What I believe is that people have tried to hurt us, and the innocents are getting caught in the middle.
That's weird.
And the worst thing is that I have no idea who's behind it.
Okay, calm down. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you. What are we doing, Carter? Just doing missions.
That's what we need now, right?
Yes.
We got a response from APAR. They are denying all connections to what's happening here. They say that while they have sadly been forced to euthanize animals in the past, none of their operations would ever condone the sorts of animal mistreatment that were reported.
Well, if they did, that would be kind of
It's never
weird.
seemed like their MO to begin with. They shelter animals because they feel it's more humane than the alternative. They don't come out here to do it. Oh, and to make things even worse, I keep getting voicemails from Bobby Joe Jefferson asking me to call him back. We were able to trace the payment for Boden's accommodation. You ready for this? It came from a Green Enterprises. The company was dissolved 3 days ago. Seems like the person behind Boden's choice to come here was also the one who gave the go-ahead to rip up our railway. That's it. I've had enough from Bobby Joe. I'm gonna call him back and tell him that it's not the time. Give me a minute.
Who done it? This should be interesting now. What if they made you choose and there was like a different ending for each? I have so many ideas for the missions. need to get in there on the design of these things. I want to sound as calm as this dude when I'm struggling to keep myself under control. I feel it. If he ever stops talking to Bobby Joe over there, we ought to get another dialogue for the next mission. In the meantime, we'll just scramble down here.
I have a job for you. I'm sending you details of a spot I want you to visit, but I need to deal with something just now.
Okay.
I'll call you back once I'm done.
Sounds good. We'll just, I'm gonna think this way is gonna be a little quicker. It was me that did it. Well, you weren't supposed to admit it. How are we gonna, like... It's just gonna be a boring ending now. That's no good. How long are we streaming for? Till we finish these missions. I'm thinking we're pretty darn close to the end. And then, you know, if we go under 2 hours and complete the missions, we'll find something to do for a little while. Soap opera edition. And come out with the 2021 edition. Would you recommend a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge in real life? I mean, it depends on what you're wanting to go after, but I've never had a 12 gauge give me any kind of issues, so maybe you want to start there. Purified Noobs, thanks so much for becoming a channel member, man. I don't know why those alerts don't go off anymore. I've tried testing them and everything.
But Bobby Joe may have solved the case.
Really, you're gonna talk now?
Do you recall the uranium mine that he was camped beside? It turns out that he was camping there because he was convinced that it was hosting some government conspiracy. Well, it turns out that someone had been up to visit the site on more than one occasion. The last time they visited, they came with a truck. Bobby was suspicious, so he tailed the truck as it moved around the reserve. Just before they left the reserve, Bobby lost sight of it as it disappeared into the woods. Before Bobby could figure out where it had gone, the truck returned to the road and drove out of the reserve. Bobby kept tailing them. Once they were out of the county, the driver jumped out, grabbed a jerry can from the back, and doused the truck in gasoline before setting it on fire. Bobby swears to me that the guy who got out of the truck is William Simkins Jr. Shortly afterwards, he was picked up by someone in a car that matches the description of Junior's best friend. You remember the old chairman I told you about? That's William Simkins Sr. This is his son. I went to school with him after he got himself kicked out of his fancy prep school. Junior was pretty horrible to everyone at school, but he was especially nasty to Bobby. I won't go into details, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bobby holds a grudge. The spot I'm sending you to is the place where Bobby says the truck took a detour before leaving the reserve. The driver desperately needed to get out of here, so why take a detour? Unless it was absolutely essential.
Is he done talking now? Alright, Purified Noobs, thanks so much for becoming a channel member, like I said. Make sure you join the Discord and link up your YouTube to the Discord to get the Super Shoes rule over there. And enjoy the emojis and green name in chat, man. I really appreciate you. Which quality of life feature are you looking forward to the most? I really hope they do like map filters for like the zones and everything. And also filters in the trophy lodge, like, you know, I've got, I don't know how many hundreds of animals in my trophy manager, and I can't delete them. Like, they come back as soon as I relaunch the game. I don't know if that's a bug or, you know, if that gets fixed, that would be one thing, but just to be able to sort through and be like, either things that fit on this plaque, or a specific species, anything like that would be nice. You like that, mistress? It's me from the family photo on Hirschfelden a while back. Was it in like a random field? I think I know what you're talking about. Either that or I'm completely thinking of something else and I apologize, but I think I know what you mean. What's going on, Diamonds? I used my 12-gauge semi-auto for squirrels and doves, still waiting for duck season to open, which is soon. I've been, like, watching the occasional, like, duck hunt and goose hunt on YouTube, and I'm kind of wondering if I should try to do that someday. Hey, sounds good, Carter. We'll hopefully catch you later. Thinking about buying some DLCs. Which should I buy? I would definitely recommend, I don't know how many you want to buy, but I would definitely recommend the Saseka Safari Trophy Lodge. I would definitely look at Weapon Pack 1 and 4. And then, as far as the maps, play all the maps in multiplayer. You can do that without owning them. See which ones you like, and then maybe buy those ones, you know, as well. Evan Gamer? Yeah, that sounds right. I remember. I feel like I had a 357 that time. If they allowed us to choose the next animal, what would you say?
There's the break in the trees.
I want goose deer.
There should be some tracks for you to follow.
What, do you go down over? Them's turkey tracks. This right here. Well, surely he didn't go up, so... I'm not sure about their choice in tire tracks. What happened here? Everything's all flattened down. Next track. Oh, here. And then here. Just gotta go down. Gotta pick up this landmark on our way. What's the best turkey spot? I would say the, what's that actually called? The plains down here. Although, up here by the, I think this is the Sun Sisters, but it's not showing. Like, these lakes can be good too, but I think there's more of them in the plains. I see something glowing all the way down there. A whole butt sugar cube, mistress. Best track rendering, many impress. Yeah, it's not the best. This is like that one mission on Quattro though, like they don't allow you to identify the tracks. Okay. This is literally spray paint on the leaves now. Anyway, they don't allow you to identify the tracks, so you can think that it's not actually working, but you just have to get all the way down here. Do I do this?
Whoever it was that drove in here got out. Follow the footprints.
Yes, sir.
Look, there's blood on the ground.
There is.
Keep following that trail.
I don't see it. Kind of look like someone just spray painted the ground. Yeah, it's completely fake news. It's not actually true. Oh my goodness, this goes far.
Look, there's blood on the ground. Keep following that trail.
What are you talking about? I don't see any. If you say it again, I'm gonna start to freak out that you're the one that's doing this. Lucky getting exposed, that's what he does. It's okay. Before he starts talking again, Fred's Films, thanks for the super chat again. Why don't you use the mount glitch to put taxidermied animals wherever you want?
Is that a hand?
Personally, I just don't like the way that they sort of anchor onto the plaques. Like, big animals and the small plaques end up looking really weird. Is that a hand?
A bloody handprint? That's really not a good sign. Whose blood is on his hands?
I don't know about a handprint. Oh my god.
Keep following that trail.
Really?
This seems to be the end of the trail.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little patch of disturbed soil. Did they bury something? It's a rusty old saw blade. Oh, it's the saw blade that had been attached to the dig team's rock saw. But why detach it from the saw and bury it unless it was important? Take another look at the blade. It's not just rusty, is it? It's got blood on it. I bet it's the Vandal's blood too. Okay, don't touch the blade. Leave it there. The deputy's on their way. They'll probably want to talk to you. I think we've
Thanks,
just
Hunter,
found
man.
the missing piece of the puzzle. Great work.
Thank you. Spreadsheets in the Discord? Hashtag COTW spreadsheets in my Discord.
Guess who has a nasty gash across their hand?
Dave. Whoa. Why? Okay. That seems unnecessary. Why did it do that?
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
I hope you've enjoyed the last few days of uninterrupted peace and tranquility.
Why did you freak me out by making my screen black?
Goodbye to the last of the deputies team.
Definitely a hand.
They've gathered up all the evidence they think they'll need. While you've been busy hunting and exploring, I've been in interviews or giving statements to the police, the board, and even the local press. I haven't stopped or slowed down for what feels like at least a week now. I doubt today will be very different.
It's been an hour and a half, man.
I wanted to catch up with you this morning as I wanted to express my gratitude for the work you've done and ask you for one last big favor.
One last one.
I know I mentioned my dad's concern that there was a more spiritual reason for why things have been tough at the reserve. I can't say that I necessarily agree with him, but I'd like to do something to make him feel better. This job involves a journey to the top of Mount Silver Ridge. I don't trust anyone else to do this. Can you make it to the start of the trail?
Where's that?
I think I ought to tell you why I'm sending you over there, right? So, since my dad got sick and I took over the warden position, we've sort of stopped doing a lot of the things that we used to do together. Sadly, this has resulted in us both missing the bear dance back in spring.
Don't touch the blade after he tells you to pick it up? Exactly.
And I feel bad that we weren't able to make it.
Do you?
It can get pretty tense when we discuss our culture back home. Dad and I see the world through different lenses. I am proud of my heritage and where I come from, but I don't want it to define me as a person. Dad sees that as me turning my back on my community. Since we both missed the bear dance, I plan to make it up to Dad by attending the Sundance in a week's time. You're probably wondering what this has to do with you walking up a mountain, right?
Kinda.
Just before I was born, my grandfather climbed Mount Silver Ridge and stashed a pair of quartz rattles at the top. When I was a teenager, my dad showed me them and told me that they were only to be brought down the mountain in times of dire need. I think that if I bring those rattles with me to the Sundance, Dad will appreciate that I've accepted their significance and paid respect to our beliefs.
Suppose that makes sense, but that
So,
seems
after helping pull the reserve back
little
together,
bit
I'm hoping you'll help me comfort
strange.
my dad. I hope I'm not asking too much.
Oh no, I've only spent the entire last 2 hours running around doing favors. It's fine. Smoked. Yeah, that was pretty lucky, not gonna lie. I thought I shot too far forward. I didn't even look where we hit it, actually. Level 4, level 2. We'll probably leave those alone for the most part. We'd definitely take out some of those males for respawns if we didn't have stuff to do. Feeling like a boomer now,
so
young
this
people
is
in your
it.
technologies? No
Silver
worries.
Ridge Trail. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. I can promise you that the views from the top are worth the climb. Plus, you never know what you might be able to hunt on the way, right? While you're on your way up, why don't I fill you in on the recent news?
Oh, please do.
So, first things first, Junior. I have some mixed news there. Was it Junior that terrorized the reserve? Almost certainly yes. He has, however, been released from prison after one of Daddy's lawyers stepped in to save him. He's so cocky that he actually gave an interview to a
You're right,
reporter,
Hunter, man.
but kept using phrases like we and us, as well as the Simkins family, which raised a few red flags. I am confident that the evidence we've gathered and Bobby Joe's testimony will help to bring the truth out, though. Anyway, in light of everything that went on here, the police are looking at the whole Simkins family, not just Junior. I suspect that Simkins Sr. saw an opportunity to get his payback on the APAR for brainwashing Timothy, the reserve for pushing him off the board, and on my family after my dad reported his eldest son to the police. Oh, and speaking of the board, they've really been great in the last couple of days. They've been really supportive and appreciative of how this mess has been dealt with. I'm getting a lot of the credit. I keep telling him you were doing most of the work out there in the reserve. If there was ever any doubt from the board that I was right in hiring you, it's gone now. In fact, the work that you and Remy have done is already having a strong effect on our bookings. Next week's schedule is already filling up fast.
That was a piebald, so figured we'd take that out. What is boomer age? 12. Gotta go squirrel hunt and get him, man. Good luck. Do you think they should buff the 30-06? M1 is so much OP and light at the same time. I think they at least gotta make its weight 4.0. Yeah, it would be nice if they did something. Like, I don't mind necessarily a weapon being overpowered because Classic's got its overpowered weapons and I just don't use them. The thing is, you know, there's not much utility in shooting animals in Classic, you know, that other than increasing your skills and stuff. Whereas in Call of the Wild, you want those respawns to get trophies. You don't need to do that in Classic. So I don't use the overpowered weapons. I use the fun weapons. But that doesn't really work as much in this game. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they should balance things a bit. 45 seconds behind? My brain's 45 seconds behind. Don't even worry about it. I know the feel. I feel like we made a mistake in choosing this direction. We're going to be doing all kinds of jumping. The only good news is my jump keys shift. I know I'm not like most PC players, but I tried to make things as much like Classic so my space bars hold breath. The good news is I don't have sticky keys on, so we should be okay to hoppity skip to our heart's desire. What's the best weapon in your opinion? I think the M1 is the best, like, you know, for grinding and stuff. I think the 7mm is the best all-around weapon, but it is a single shot, so it, you know, its ability for follow-ups and for grinding is not as good. Nikki, thanks for becoming a channel member. I really appreciate you. Make sure you join the Discord and link up your YouTube to the Discord to get the Super Schuster roll over there. And enjoy the emojis and green name in chat. I can't join the Schuster Army Discord. Apparently I'm banned. I'd have to look and see why, to be honest with you, but if you're in like the Hunter official, you can maybe send me a message and I can look into it. Slowly climbing. There's a glitch in a map and it made it so I couldn't harvest a level 9 red deer and a piebald mule deer. What kind of glitch? This must have been Parquet. How good is your PC? I mean, it's starting to get a little bit outdated now that the 20 and 30 series GeForce graphics cards have come out, but it's still quite capable. I've got a 1080 Ti and a i7 8700K in there, so it does good. Best spot for mule deer? I would go to Parquet and look at the two big lakes in the center of the map. I would say that's definitely the most concentrated mule deer areas. Ooh. How are we going to navigate this? Because this type of terrain is the stuff you slide back down. There we go. I think we're all safe. Is Classic later on performance than Call of the Wild, and by how much? Yes, and by a ton. You can run Classic at 60 FPS with like a halfway decent laptop, really. Whereas Call of the Wild, if you want consistent 60 FPS wherever you go, you need a fairly like beefy. You could probably get away with a laptop, but like I have a nice gaming laptop that I got for like doing stuff when I'm away from my PC. So, you know, if I maybe go to my parents to watch a football game, I can do some editing during commercials or whatever. And it can run Call of the Wild at 60 FPS most of the time in like 720p. So to get 1080 and everything, you need a really beefy one. Should play Carnivores? I feel like that's a Twitch kind of game, but you know, might just happen.
It's amazing up there, isn't it?
No, my feet are tired.
I've only been to climb a handful of times, but it's such a great view. The rattles should be easy to find. They're in a protective case.
Are you gonna tell me they're just sitting here? They better not be. They better be at least a little bit buried. Nope. Just chilling.
Mission accomplished. Thank you. This means a lot to me.
No worries. Wow.
Enjoy the view from the top. You earned it.
That actually is kind of nice.
Our outlook is so much brighter. just because you're here with us.
Wow.
When I get back from the Sundance, why don't we spend some time hunting together? The media attention has actually had some unforeseen side effects.
Oops, I was taking a drink.
Some government inspectors are coming out to visit the polluted lake. I guess there is such a thing as bad press, huh?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go get ready for that meeting. Hopefully we can get things moving again. Take care. We'll catch up soon.
What did I just lose? My tripod? I think that's it, actually. I think we're done. In an hour and 51 minutes. Your Acer laptop can play it nicely. You might have a slightly beefier laptop than mine. I mostly wanted it for editing, actually, but, you know, I wanted it to be able to perform on Call of the Wild, like, should I need to go record something in the Trophy Lodge again or whatever, you know, I could do that. But yeah, there's definitely some beefy laptops out there that can do it. Brandon, thanks for the super chat, man. Can you ever do a video on all the guaranteed mission animals, like all the diamonds and rares you get from missions? I may either make a new account or, you know, find some way of doing a video of taking all of them out and, you know, showing them all in a video. I think, ooh, dang it. I think that would be good. That's a 106 again. The last time we did Silver Ridge, we shot so many of these, like 106 level 4s. That's a light brown as well. They just don't quite love me enough. They love me just enough to make me sad. Anticlimactic, yeah, a little bit, but like, they're all like that. The story gets you going for a while, like something big is gonna happen, and nothing ever does. But I still enjoy them. 106.2 light brown, and that's easily diamond weight. I've seen 129s make it at level 4, so little bit unfortunate, but respawns, I guess. Bought it specifically for Call of the Wild. I know the feeling. When I played the beta for Call of the Wild in December of 2016, and the only reason I did is because I don't know if they're still around, but one of the viewers won like a access code for it or whatever, and oh man, and they actually gave me that code so I could play it. So I played that, and my PC, we're talking like 18 FPS if I was lucky kind of stuff. Mission's done. Managed in the normal 2 hours. It's nice. So yeah, I upgraded like pretty much everything specifically for Call of the Wild. I'd say it's been worth it. Call of the Wild has been pretty good to me. Lucky's out of here later, dude. Appreciate you dropping by for a little while. Alright. We're gonna make a daring retrieval. Well, probably not. I'm probably gonna fall in. Too clutch. Heh. Yes. I didn't realize it would spawn me back there. Kind of thought I'd have to run all the way back. All right, still got like 5 minutes. Let's go see what's going on down in some feed zones, maybe. Let's go here. What's the best lion spot on Barunga? I would say, I think the northeastmost lake probably has the most of them consistently. But lions are pretty spread out across Barunga. You'll see them everywhere from, like I said, the northeast to like south center. Feeding, I see them pretty far southwest, but they don't really drink in the southwest to my knowledge. I mean, they're all through the central Savannah area. Bottom right has quite a lot of them. There's 2 lakes in the southeast that are quite close together. That area's got a ton of lions pretty consistently as well. I've gotten most of my diamonds there, actually. How many times have you died in game? A ton, but there's stupid reasons for it. How do you look at that? Saw it. 1,033. But the reason it's so many is because there's a spot on Barunga that you can sort of drive your quad down off a cliff, and if you just do it like a little bit, your player goes flying about 1 kilometer, and it's kind of extremely enjoyable, and it makes for some fun times seeing how far you can fly. So that's where a lot of those came from. Totally clutch. Just clutch stick to landing. Don't forget your piebald. Oh, I totally did. Good point. Let's go back and see if that's still there. I've got the marker on where it died, but it might have despawned. Why don't you use the recoil perk? I think I do. Or maybe I wanted to reload more? Where even is the recoil perk? Oh, yeah, I used 1 out of 3. I think it's because I wanted fast hands for reloading here, because it makes for some nicer follow-up shots. I think she despawned, unfortunately, but that's fine. Not too worried about a random piebald elk. Unless I'm missing something, but pretty sure she should be, like, right here. And she ain't. So, we'll try, like, I don't know, over here and see if there's any mountain goats in view. Can you play Cabela's Big Game Hunter Pro Hunts? I think I have that on Steam still. It's not installed. But, you know, we might go to it. We've been doing some throwback stuff. How do you stop getting bored of the game? I try to do different stuff. Like right now, I'm doing missions. I've been doing a lot of mission stuff really in the last month or so. And the reason is because there's not been anything new released, you know, on PC. True Rack Mule Deer came out in August, but they're a little bit buggy. So I hardly even consider that a new thing. Other than that, it was Silver Ridge Peaks on, I want to say, June 23rd. So, you know, I had a lot to do with Silver Ridge Peaks, like getting all the diamonds and filling the trophy lodge, going prone by accident, that kind of thing. But after that, yeah, I just start looking for other stuff to do, whether it's missions or, you know, hunting with other weapons. I've been playing a decent amount of Classic and Alaskan Adventures, you know, the Throwback Thursday series we're doing. Just stuff to change it up. I never want to let myself get to the point where I'm burnt out on the game because it's hard to come back to it at that point. But at the same time, it also is my job, so I can sort of compartmentalize in that way and be like, maybe I don't necessarily have a ton of motivation to just go and play the game and find diamonds today, but I have a job to do, so I'm going to make a video in these 2 hours, and I almost always end up having fun anyway. I find something and I'm like, okay, that was cool. Let's see what else is out here, that kind of thing. Disappearing animals, what a surprise. Ooh, mistress. That's the feel. She was supposed to be right here. What's wrong? Are you using buckshot? Are you talking to me? I'm not sure, because I saw somebody talking about shotguns before. If you're asking me, I'm just using rifles right now. Any diamonds today? None today. There was a mountain goat just a moment ago that was like 1.5 below. And we shot... Actually, we shot at a nice pronghorn twice. And I hit a tree twice. Because I'm really good at this game. The first... like 3 or 4 shots in this game were just... or in this stream, rather. Were just abysmal. And then we got things on track. Might just... You know what we need to do? We need to smoke this turkey. I've seen it. I can't tell you how many times, and I just think, it's not that big, I'll leave it. But I'm never going to get a respawn. So, now's the time. It catches the smoke. Steam game? Do you mean Pro Hunts? It's no longer available on Steam, but it used to be. So I got it then. Or got it when it was available. I think there's several gobblers over here. That is indeed true. Let's see if we can smoke round 2 here. Couple of respawns for next time. The nice thing is that the devs do keep this game feeling fresh. Yeah, I think they got a pretty decent pattern for what they try to do as far as releases and when they do them. It looks like they're sort of on a new map every 6 months kind of thing, which is about the amount of time you need, I feel. Like after... I usually play a new reserve for about a month straight. It's pretty much nothing but content in that new reserve. And then I start to want to do other things. That's kind of a decent elk. I start to want to do other things. You know, I go off and do my other stuff. I want to come back to the new map. It takes something like 2 or 3 months before I really start to want another map. And at that point, you know, I can kill time and go do other things I want to do. What? I don't know if he just stopped there before we got that shot off. This is a 7 mil, so I'm not sure how much I trust that to be in a lung. Would say it is not. I tried. Hey, Matthew. Gonna get on my PS2 tomorrow and play Dangerous Hunts, my favorite childhood game. Which Dangerous Hunts, though? That's the question. Because of its 09. Kinda also favorite. I think Alaskan Adventures is a bit more my favorite, but I played 09 a bunch. If that's on PC anywhere, I have to get it. How many shots with a 22 to kill a pack of wolves? I just don't think you could do it. I think they'd kill you first. No matter how hard you try. Should we go figure out what this pronghorn is? I mean, we're over 2 hours in, but maybe we can go track that max weight pronghorn super quick if Kyla's not going to fall asleep. Because just absolute oofage in chat. That's a very small male. Hit him in the skull, actually. It's kind of lucky. Wow. No wonder I've never shot them. Silver gobblers are, like, more rare than diamonds. Can a 2-miner turkey make diamond? It sure can. It actually happens fairly consistently. So this dude will be feeding, you know, somewhere around here, I assume. Don't know exactly where. But I'd like to know what he is. Are there still any animals on Legacy Rack? I mean, no antlered animals other than axis deer, and they're in progress. But technically, Cape Buffalo, Gemsbuck, like a bunch of animals with horns are still legacies. Springbuck would be a Legacy Rack, Wildebeest. All those kinds of things. Are these tracks just going to disappear on me? Chatpocalypse, exactly. Maybe we don't have to worry about it. Maybe his tracks just go away. Maybe... Nah, he's not one of those. Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll go over here. I think pronghorn feed near this lake. If he's there, we'll get him. If he's not, no big deal. Mistress is here, no big deal. Eh, you're right. Take a nap. Did you miss anything? Oofage. 2 hours of doing missions and a little bit of running around here at the end. What are true racks? So true rack stands for True Random Antler Configuration System, and that's essentially a fancy way of saying that there's a bunch of different unique possibilities for the antlers for the animals to have. So legacy racks, as they're called, before true racks, they only have maybe 10 different racks, whereas the true racks have way more. What map do you think is coming out next? I think Australia is fairly likely, just because they had a bunch of people kind of thinking, ooh, let's get that guy. They had a bunch of people kind of thinking that Silver Ridge Peaks was going to be Australia because they did the boxing gloves, and about half the community went with Rocky, which, you know, Rocky Mountain Maps, that's what it ended up being, and half the community went with Kangaroo. So, don't want to shoot that one in front of him in the head, that would be unfortunate. But yeah, a lot of the community thought it was going that direction, so I think that's probably where it's going to go. Looks like we got him pretty good. Those are taken off, so that'll be our last kill. Assuming nothing else shows up. Did you see the new Minecraft update? I'm not much of a Minecrafter myself, so I did not. Kangaroos, yeah, because, like, you know, they sort of box. That's where half the community kind of thought that was going. Can a level 4 mountain goat make diamond? I think all of the new species on Silver Ridge Peaks The level below max can make diamond. Mountain goat can. Elk extremely rarely can. Pronghorn definitely do. What's the one I'm missing? Turkey definitely do, obviously, level 2. And bighorn, yeah. Level 4 bighorn can be diamond. Do you think we'll get Marco Polo sheep and alpine ibex in the game? Hopefully someday. Both of those are very cool species. They have alpine ibex in classic, and they're still to this day one of my favorites. I really like them. They came out in, I want to say, 2014, and they're really cool. I like them a lot. I'd love to see what Call of the Wild could do with them. Hey, that's him. We have to get him now. Literally, we shot that 2 hours ago. He's still going. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean for it to go like that. Alright, where is Mr. Mule Deer? He's right there. Alex, thanks for the super chat, man. Just got off work and started watching. Any tips on turkey hunting? Can't find any zones on my map and can't get any to respond to the callers. If you use the locator color, they should respond sometimes, but this whole plains area down here is good. Down here is good. Stone Sisters is good. Lone Island Lake has a lot of them. And this little lake down here in Barrawallow Basin has quite a lot too. That's probably where I'd be going. Alright. Make sure we get on the correct tracks here. And now we'll slow down. Hopefully get them spotted. And finish what we started 2 hours ago. Anybody that watches this entire VOD, I think it's going to be hilarious to see where this ended up. Can you do a diamond bighorn video? I think I have 3 in videos. The funny thing is he's running down towards where we initially shot at him, you know, 2 hours ago. Not so good for the wind. Missions accomplished, indeed. Took us an hour and 51 minutes, you know, with the ability to fast travel around. Wait a minute. What? Was I tracking him backwards? Yep. With the ability to fast travel around, you know, that sped us up quite a bit. So what did he actually do here? Because I was sort of daydreaming, I think. This way. I'm determined to bring him down. Just because we shot him so long ago. But we'll sort of maybe push him out into the open or something. Been here since the beginning. Can't believe you found him. I did not expect that to be a part of this. I completely forgot that happened. It was pretty much... I even said like the first couple of shots of the stream were bad, but I was just thinking about the pronghorn that I missed twice. Should do more bow hunting on streams. I think unfortunately that's a little bit too slow paced for a lot of viewers. It's one thing to do it in videos because you can cut some of that stuff out, but to do it in a stream, I think a lot of people would get bored of it, unfortunately. Alright, what are you doing down here? So many of these are all run. Is he glitched? A little bit confused. He might actually be. There's a whole herd of bison. But they literally all say run. Are the non-typicals still out? Yeah, they're always going to be a part of the game. You're talking about the great ones, I assume? Big male. Yeah, he's glitched. If that says fresh and we've been running after him, there's no way. Alright, that's kind of unfortunate, but just going to have to leave that go because I'm not going to track him for forever. That would be kind of a waste of time. So, I think we may have to leave it at that, but that was good. We got the missions done. like I said, it's good to do something different and just like enjoy the story the devs have put out for us. It's definitely fun. And yeah, don't know what we're doing for tomorrow's video, but hopefully can see you guys there. So thanks for hanging out, thanks for the support as always, you guys are the best, and I will hopefully see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!